Good evening, guys. I wanted to thank Kelly from Freedom in a Budget for inviting me to do this collab. This collab is all about how to save money while on a weight loss journey. If you guys are interested in any of these tips, keep watching.
It won't go away. I've got that feeling rushing through my body. I know that it is here to stay.
All right, guys, let's get started. I have my sheet down here, so if you see me looking down, you know why. I have my notes here in front of me. The two main ways we save money while on a weight loss journey are eating out and convenience store shopping. When we ate out in the past, we would easily spend $20, maybe more, $25 for the two of us, and sometimes my son would come with. Even if you're going through a fast food drive-through, it can get pretty expensive once you add on the soda and the little extras and the hamburgers and whatever you're getting. It can add up. Cooking at home also allows you to save a ton of money versus going out to eat. You get all the items you need at the grocery store. Most of them aren't going to be like out of this world expensive. Once you put your meal together, you separate it into serving containers and you either put it in the freezer, put it in the fridge, and you'll have several meals out of this versus just one or two meals you would normally get if you would go out to eat. Another thing we found too, when cooking at home and you separate your meals out into serving size containers, usually it's about a cup, we found that we get a lot more servings than we used to get in the past because we would easily eat 2 or 3 servings at one sitting in the past when we were more overweight and we just didn't care about what a serving looked like. But now that we are more aware of what a serving is, we'll actually portion it out into our little Pyrex bowls. We'll portion it all out and we'll get like 10 servings where before we would get like 5 servings or maybe even less than that too, because sometimes we go back for seconds and thirds too. Another way to save money, portion out your meals and then put them in the freezer or in the fridge in their regular serving size containers instead of just putting them in a great big bowl. So that way it's all portioned out and ready to go for you. An example of that would be a chicken breast. The chicken breasts now are huge. They're like 9 ounces. If you look at a chicken breast, put it on your scale and weigh it, on your food scale, and weigh it out. Normally they're between 8 and 9 ounces. When you are eating correctly, you only need 3 to 4 ounces of that chicken breast. We usually eat about 3 ounces of any kind of meat, so it saves in the long run. If you're getting like a 10-ounce steak, cut it up in serving sizes and portion it out. Put it in baggies and then stick it in your freezer, pull it out as you need it. When you portion out that steak, you can make up a big pile of vegetables. Vegetables are really cheap. Especially if you shop in the frozen food section, you can get those frozen vegetables for really cheap, and they're actually very healthy for you. Don't get the ones mixed in the butter sauce and all of that. Not only are they more expensive, but they're not as good for you either. So bulk up your plate with vegetables and then have the meat on the side, just 3 ounces of meat, and have all that vegetables on the side because it's a lot cheaper that way too. And even in the grocery store, like today we went grocery shopping, everything was on sale because of the holiday season too. So bulk up those vegetables. When it's on sale, buy a lot of it. My doctor gave me this tip. She said, I buy a ton of vegetables when they're on sale, chop it all up and then stick it in my freezer and then pull it out as you need it. When it's on sale again, stock up again. Another thing too, as you lose weight, your body needs less food to feel satisfied. That saves you a ton of money as well. So another plus. In the summertime, our AC bill has come way down because I don't need to keep it at 69, 68 degrees like I did when I was heavier because I feel so much better and I'm not always hot all the time. So the AC has come, we kept the AC up to like 72 now versus 68, which I did in the past. So that saves a ton of money. We also canceled our cable subscription. Our cable bill is gone now. We went to Netflix and Amazon Prime for our videos now mainly, and Hulu, and just the 3 of those together is still less than our cable bill. Our cable bill was like $130 around there, and then it just seemed to keep hiking up all the time. So we just canceled it because we're outside more, we're walking more, we're doing more outside, we want to do more outside. So that saves on your cable bill as well, which in turn helps your weight loss because you're not sitting there watching cable all day. One big thing is meal planning. If you pre-plan all of your meals for the week, you can do all of your shopping for the whole week, go into town less. Of course, you're making less trips to the convenience store like we always did, the gas station, and you're saving money in the long run because you're buying in bulk and you're cooking at home. So you're not going out to the fast food restaurants either. Another thing you can do too is make freezer meals. There's so many websites out there that have freezer meal options, tells you exactly how to prepare them, how long you should freeze them. There's actually some Facebook groups out there, freezer meals, and people try new things all the time. You can get many new recipes out there for freezer meals. And it saves you a ton of money because if you use like a big thing of chicken, you're going to cut up that chicken into several servings and you're going to put it in like 10 different baggies. So you're having all of these meals, and these meals each feed, they could feed probably 8 to 10 people. So that it saves you a ton of money to do it that way too. And you're not wasting anything. That's the big thing. You cut up all your vegetables and you use it in these 10 different bags, 10 different ways. And you're saving so much money that way because you're not wasting the vegetables and leaving them rot in the fridge. So that's another option too. When we go out to the movies or bowling or anything like that, we always bring our own snacks in, especially to the movies, because they don't offer these healthy dishes. And I know I mentioned this in a previous video I did on how to save money, how we saved money joining Weight Watchers and being able to afford to pay for Weight Watchers. But we always bring our own food in because they don't offer the healthy food. We will buy their water, but if they would offer healthier options, we would also buy their food there. But until they do that, we're going to bring in our own stuff. And not only that, it saves money too. So that's a plus too. And even in the bowling alley, we eat before we go, and we don't buy all of the the pizzas and the deep fried foods they serve there. We don't buy that anymore. We eat at home before we go, and then we enjoy the bowling and enjoy actually each other versus the food. You are also saving money on hospital bills. When you are a larger person, and my husband and I were in the 300 range. We were above 300 pounds. Now that we are both pretty much in the 100 range, we are going to save a ton of money on ER visits because we're not as unhealthy as we were then. If we were to stay up in that level, in the 300 range, we would have all sorts of problems and we'd be going to the ER because we would be so much more unhealthy than we are now. It also saves on medication, blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication, all of that stuff that you could potentially be on if you were to stay up in that bad weight range. You also want to check with your employer and see if they offer any discounts for weight loss, or sometimes they will even pay for your weight loss subscription wherever you want to join, sometimes the gym, Weight Watchers, whatever it is that you may want to do. Sometimes your employer may pay for that. So check into that, look at your insurance premiums, and maybe there's a bonus for weight loss. My husband's employer actually offered to pay for his Weight Watchers subscription. So that's a bonus. So definitely check into that because your insurance may help you pay for some of that and give you discounts for weight loss, especially if it's a large amount of weight loss. So check into that. Buying clothes has always been an issue for me. I was in a 3X. The 3X sizes are so much more expensive than the large size, definitely. So that is saving me a ton of money as well. My husband, we had to go to the big and large shop. Their prices there are outrageous. So now that we can shop at a regular Walmart for him, he's in a size 32 now versus a 48. It's a huge difference, huge savings for us. And of course, the bigger they make the clothes, of course they have to charge more for that. So it's understandable, but yet when you're in a smaller size, you don't have to worry about that. Another good plus for weight loss. Even the outdoor chairs that you would purchase, let's say at Walmart, you can't get the big size chairs at Walmart. When you are 350 pounds, you cannot find chairs like that except for at like the big and tall stores or specialty stores, and they're going to cost you $100 for an outdoor chair. And it's crazy. And now we can just get regular chairs at Walmart for, $12, $15, and they hold us. And it's just so awesome not to have to look for those chairs and spend a whole entire day just searching for large chairs. Overall, just remember you're worth it and your health is worth it. So you're going to live longer, you're going to be happier. It's definitely worth it. Okay guys, that is all I have for you tonight. Thank you so much, Kelly, for inviting me to do this collab. I can't wait to watch everybody else's ideas on how to save money on a weight loss journey. I always love all of these extra tips and tricks because everybody's always looking for a way to save money. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to share this if you think anybody may like this video. Thanks guys, bye. Be sure to check out all of the wonderful channels down below who also participated in this collab. Thanks guys.
It won't go away. I've got that feeling rushing through my body. I know that it is here to stay.